Hi, my name is Michaela Reeves, and this is my persuasive speech. Picture this, it's August 14th. You've been counting down the days for the last 3 months. You're packing up that last box in your car. Everything that makes you is headed on its way to your new home. You've just drove 45 minutes to where you'll be spending the next 9 months of your life. It's now time to get your key from the clubhouse and head over to Building A to unload your car that's filled to the brim. As you unload the car, you walk up and down the stairs for what seems like a lifetime, and you realize you're finally done. It's time to say goodbye to your mom, who may or may not be crying, and also to your dad, who is ready to get in the car and head back home. You give your final hugs and they head for home, but this time without you. It has now finally registered that you are totally and utterly on your own. Today, you will understand why the situation is so exciting for those who live on campus, including myself. Living on campus gives young adults the opportunity to make mistakes, but also how to become totally independent. Today, you will see how young adults become independent, perform at a higher academic level, and also meet new friends while living on campus. So firstly, young adults need to learn how to become independent. According to West Liberty, college students learn how to exercise their independence in college. It teaches college students how to manage their time. So not every day is going to be the same. You will have either one class, or maybe you'll have 4 classes in one day, or you may have to go to work and then to class, and everything is just all jumbled together. It's not like high school where you have 8 periods in a day and everything is the same. So some days, like I said, you may have class or you may not, but this doesn't mean you have to do nothing all day. You have time managed, and you may want to get a head start on your big assignment. And it also teaches you that you need to make time for studying rather than going out every night, because this is your career path. This is what you want to do for the rest of your life. You may as well take advantage of all your resources. Another thing is that students need to learn how to manage their money. With a new place, you may want to go spend more money. I know that I personally experienced this, where I went to Chick-fil-A about every other day, and thus it created a dent in my bank account, and I now know what not to do for next year. Another thing is that you will make mistakes. According to Hartwick College, poor decision making is normal. College is just a learning experience where you're supposed to make the wrong decisions sometimes. This just makes decisions easier in the future for your journey to adulthood. And the final point is that young adults need to learn to be independent in order to mature into an adult. According to Leading Effectively, the human goes through 3 stages in order to mature, which is the dependent, independent, and interdependent stage. The first stage is the dependent stage, when the child relies on the parent for mostly anything. You don't really do anything yourself. And the independent stage is when the child wants freedom without having to be under the parent's authority, which is when this is when the child would go off to college and be doing things by themselves. And the interdependent stage involves discovering oneself and experiencing things by themselves. So when this independent stage isn't pursued, it can make the stage of interdependence imbalanced, thus making it difficult to make adult decisions. So if the person doesn't get to be independent, this person may be stuck in the stage of being afraid of making mistakes, never adventuring, and never seeking out new experiences without the help of others. Now that we have learned that young adults need to learn how to become independent, we can now move on to how students perform at a higher academic level when living on campus. According to Penn State, students who live on campus tend to have a GPA of 0.19 to 0.97 points higher than those who live off campus. So in order to help with the academics at college, you're going to have study groups, you're going to have RAs, you're going to have college advisors who will be there to help you with your academics, and it'll ultimately just help you stay on track at college. Also, according to Oregon Tech, those who live on campus tend to pursue their initial degree. I know that graduating on time is really important to people, so if you're able to stick to that first degree or that first major, you won't have to spend as much money and you'll still be able to graduate college on time. Also, when living on campus, you're able to be close to everything, and you're more likely to attend those meetings or those tutoring sessions that you're needing to pursue that potential career goal, and it's only a short walk away. With living on campus, those resources will always be there to help you. I know that When we switched to online, it was a lot harder. Sometimes you don't even just want to open up your laptop to ask for help. But I know when living on campus, it's easy to set up a phone call and either call up your academic advisor or just any tutor that's there to help you. And at college, you're also constantly surrounded by people who are concentrated on schoolwork. I know at home there can be distractions like noisy siblings or people that are just doing stuff all the time, and it's hard to stay concentrated and motivated. But I know with all the resources at college, you're able to stay concentrated with those roommates that are able to help you with your career or anyone that you've met across your path. Now that we have learned how students perform at a higher academic level due to living on campus, we can move on to our final point about how campus living gives students great experiences to meet new people and also shows you who you may or may not blend with. So ultimately, college can give you lifelong connections. Someone in your biology class may be someone who you're potentially co-workers with in the future because you are on the same career path as them. And sometimes if you're at home doing college online, you may not meet a whole lot of people. You may not meet those connections that are able to help you later in the future. And meeting people, like I said, could help you potentially career-wise. Those people will be the people you work with in the future potentially. And my next point is that dorm life gives you the opportunity to see what type of people you truly blend with. I personally experienced people who I was not blending with, and I learned that those people, sometimes you're not the same, and you learn from that and you grow, and maybe this bad experience will tell you, hey, maybe you want to live by yourself, and this is how it may be a blessing in disguise, and you may even thrive because of that bad dorm experience. As I close, as you can see, there are several reasons why college students benefit from living on campus. Today, you have learned that there are numerous benefits for those who live on campus, including the fact that young adults need to learn how to become independent on their own, their academics benefit from this environment, and also that they are able to meet new individuals who they may or may not benefit from in the future. Kids are put in an uncomfortable environment that allows them to grow as young adults and also experience being an independent adult as well. As a college student, I fully acknowledge all of these incredible opportunities by living on campus. I am able to take advantage of an exceptional opportunity that allows me to make decisions on my own while also learning the rights and wrongs along the way. This is an exciting time for any college student, so why not take the leap and experience campus life to its fullest?